Tonight we're here at the Sheraton Dallas Hotel, where Savor Dallas is already underway. Tonight's event is the International Grand Tasting. So let's join Keith Hill, who is the founder of Uptown Jazz Dallas. Keith?
All right, thanks, Jet. We're sitting here with Seth Box, who's the Director of Education for Moet Hennessy USA. And we're here at Savor Dallas. It's one of the, I would say, top international wine, food, spirits, and arts festivals in North Texas, if not the Southwest. And Moet Hennessy sent Seth here to basically share the knowledge about their portfolio, and we're going to talk to him about why are you here, Seth?
I'm here for a multitude of reasons. The first is to support the event, because the company has taken a strong stance in supporting this event for several years now. So it's to lend whatever support I can for that. I was in a seminar today earlier talking about terroir and the uniqueness of one of our wines from Argentina, and also just to participate, because this is the first time I've been able to make it here.
Yeah.
So
now, you're working out of the New York office?
I'm working out of New York.
You pretty much travel the country,
like
representing
the whole U.S. Yep.
Now, when you do these seminars like you did today, your goal is to do what?
The goal for today, and most seminars really, is we're trying to bring people into wine and champagne, and to make them feel comfortable with it, and to allow them not to have it be something that's arrogant, pretentious, snotty, just something that they can drink and enjoy and feel empowered by when they know a little bit more about it.
Right. Now, when you travel out, you know, Moet Hennessy has, of course, a huge portfolio. And is there any particular brand that people gravitate toward when they want to talk to you about this?
It's a good question, and actually I used to be the brand manager for the Italian portfolio, so it was very focused.
Right.
And one of the best thing about my job now is that I have the whole book to work with. Right. So let's say you're a big single malt Scotch fan, we can sit and talk about Glenmorangie and Ardbeg and extremely peaty malts and soft, delicate malts. If you're not into it, that's not your thing, and you're a party guy and you like going to the clubs, right, you want to talk about Moet and Dom Perignon, and we'll make champagne. It's everything in between. We have a great portfolio of wines, so for the wine geeks and people who are into that, we have things that we can talk to them about. It's diverse, which is the best part.
Right, so you don't have a particular bent toward one or the other?
No, I mean, it just depends on where I am, what the event is, what it calls for.
Well, let's focus on Savor Dallas.
What's interesting to me about this is that it seems that Savor's been able to integrate champagne, wine, food, and spirits.
Right.
That's not common. Right. That's really hard to do. A lot of events that I go to are either wine events, which sort of include champagne as an umbrella. They're spirit heavy. But this is actually able to pull it together, and you can see it from the people who are here and the diversity of the crowd, and the way that it's set up. It's clearly a well-integrated event. It's uncommon.
Well, I mean, tonight we're in Moet Hennessy's, what we call this, the VVIP room.
The VVIP room it is.
You know, and in this room we have all the, we got Belvedere, we got Dom Perignon, Moet Chandon.
Chopin, a lot of wines, 10
Chopin, let's talk about Chopin. They're celebrating the pianist, right?
200th anniversary, yes, they are. And from what I know, and I don't know anything about playing the piano, but
right,
people I know do say he was one of the most complex composers, that if you can master Chopin, you are truly a gifted musician. He's one of the most difficult to play. And they really took that as an inspiration for a vodka that's got a unique flavor profile. You'll find less than, I don't know, 2 or 3 in any given market, potato vodkas. Yeah. So vodkas that are made from potato. And he's the chosen child, really, of Poland as far as one of the most gifted musicians and gifted people they've had. So that was the integration of that story.
Now, when we say Moet Hennessy, we got the Moet side,
correct?
Which we would call that what, basically the wines and the champagnes?
Champagne in particular, but that sort of encompasses that.
And then the Hennessy's are the
cognac.
The cognac.
Yeah.
And when you talk about cognac, you got any new news about some products?
I do, actually, and I have some really exciting news. You know, Hennessy is the icon of the business, and they've released something called Hennessy Black.
Right.
And depending on what market you live in, it either happened last year or it's happening this year. And it is the coolest bit of innovation, I think, to come out of Hennessy in the last 20 or 30 years.
When we say Hennessy and we have the VS and VSOP and it goes up the chain, where is it in the chain?
It's a premium to VSOP, if you will,
Okay.
in that kind of range. VS kind of between, it's in its own niche actually, because I would argue that cognac, because you have VS, VSOP, and XO as the dominant categories,
Right.
what they're really trying to do is pull it out and make a separate category by itself
So
to
would
have it
you
appeal to a
consider
different
this
group of consumers.
the commoner cognac? if
Oh
you
no,
will?
it's more expensive than
It
VS.
is?
Yeah,
Okay.
about a $10 premium at least to VS.
Okay. And when can we expect to see it on the market?
What is, depending on where you live. I'd
Okay.
have to check with
Well,
my colleagues
actually,
here
in
in
North
Texas.
Texas, it's not out here yet. so-
It'll be this year.
Okay.
It'll be coming probably in the next quarter or two.
Now, when we say Moet Hennessy USA and we think about the champagnes, which one is the most prestigious? I mean, I think about Dom Perignon, but
Yeah.
Moet is just as strong. I mean,
Very strong. I think that at that point, it's whether we're talking about champagne as wine or champagne as champagne. And I think champagne is champagne.
Right.
It's a separate thing all by itself. And when you get into the prestige category, they're made differently.
Right.
And Dom Perignon really, they were the first ones. They were the first ones to make a prestige cuvée.
Absolutely.
And so I think that really if that spot had to go to anybody, it would be Dom Perignon.
Now, as far as the education part of this whole thing, and if people want to learn more about what you're teaching about the portfolio,
Sure.
and just I'm assuming you cover the board as far as
I do my best.
the process of wine and spirits creation.
Yep.
Okay. Where would they find out about you?
We've got, about me, I don't know, I try and keep a low profile. The products speak a lot louder than I
You
do
don't have
too.
a blog in the digital age?
I don't blog. I'm lucky enough to get to use these as my calling cards.
Right.
I just go into places with bottles in front of me, and
Right.
I'm lucky enough to be able to have the doors open as a result. For myself, I just try and represent it as best I can. We have a website at mhusa.com, MoetHennessyUSA.com, which will give people information about it. But they're run as separate properties. So really, Dom Perignon's Dom Perignon,
Right.
Glenmorangie's Glenmorangie. These people are left to run and create the best spirits and champagnes and wines that they possibly can in their areas from their resources.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time, man. We
Not
know
at all.
that This is
Thanks very
an
much.
all-day event for you.
It's good fun though. It's really good fun.
Absolutely. And this is Seth Box with Moet Hennessy USA, Director of Education.
Yep.